Morning, peoples. Well, it's noon, so it's not really morning. Not as early as it started as the last couple weeks, but hey. As long as I'm out of here between 12 and 1, I'm happy. Because I got a 5-hour drive ahead of me, which puts me in Indiana at about 6:30, and I still got to stop for fuel, so it'll be about 7, which I can live with that. That's exactly about what I can do, and not be too bad time constraints. Sorry, I'm pulling out of this driveway. The driveway to my yard there is a little bumpy. But hey, it's Monday. Had a pretty good afternoon, or a good weekend. I feel kind of accomplished. I got some stuff done that I was needing to do. Like, I've been having issues with my Ranger starting, and I think I figured it out. I think I've got a bad connection in the wire that tells the solenoid to kick the starter on and off. So, I've got plans for next weekend to pull that starter off, check those wires, clean up the contacts, and test them. And hopefully, that'll fix it so I don't got to take it to a shop. Because if I don't have to take it to a shop, it's a whole lot better for me, at least in my thinking. Because I really don't want to have to go pay $60 an hour. Though I may have to if I can't get these wires to clean up. But hey, at least I've got the diagnosis time out of the way by knowing what it is. So all that's good, whatnot. Side. Impatient people wanting to pass me on the left, which is always fun. And they literally pass me just because they don't want to be behind me. No blinker, no nothing. Impatient people. You gotta love somebody that would rather pass you to make a turn right where you're going through than wait behind you and turn in the same amount of time as they would if they would have just stayed behind you. You gotta love it. Like, you saved a whopping 10 seconds by speeding up and passing me to make a turn that was just ahead of where we were. You gotta love it. But yeah. So I'm headed north. Got about 2 hours to a fuel stop. That'll put me 3 hours from Spiceland. But hey, it's not a bad run for the day. I'm thinking I might start trying doing videos on the weekend, but honestly, I still have that slight subconscious. I'm filming myself at home in front of people. Because if you've not noticed, most of my videos, I'm just in the driver's seat of my truck or in the back of my truck. still kind of feels a little weird recording myself in public. But hey, there's something to work on. Yeah. I think I'll talk some more later. There's not really much I can do other than drive out of Lebanon at the moment. Oh, there's a cop on the shoulder there. That's lovely. Alright, now we can do it. Alrighty. Just did my fuel stop for Monday in Glendale, Kentucky. Right there where I think everybody's been saying on the radio that it's Ford's electric car battery plant up here in Glendale. Right just south of Elizabethtown. And of course, this transport truck would have to jump out in front of me. Now, let's not think, hey, that guy might have somebody behind him and needs that space to roll forward. No, let's just jump out. Because there's a semi in front of us, so. Anyhow. Yeah, it's up here in Glendale, just south of Elizabethtown. Right here by the Pilot and Petro. Love that blinker there, North America. Yeah. But yeah, I've been thinking since I got running, I got my weird, useless knowledge fact of the day. WD-40 was originally invented, wait for it, rocket lube. And that is the technical term used for it, if I'm not mistaken. Like the legit term. Because back in the early rocket days, like we're talking like Saturn rocket type days. Like when ICBMs were still like new and like scaring everybody. Like before that, new. Most rockets were held together by rivets. And if anybody knows how a rivet works, you take a stud that's got a flattened edge, you stick it between two metals, and then you flatten the other edge. And one of many ways. Well, when you've just got bare little teeny tiny like we're talking like fingernail, like your pinky nail, like that's like the size of your pinky nail, but like we're talking like a couple pieces of paper thin. Well, a couple, like a small notebook thin. So there's a good bite there. But when you're dealing with rockets doing hundreds of miles an hour up through the air and then back down, that creates friction because of air friction, which creates heat, which would melt the rivet heads off, and the panels would fall off the rockets, causing instability and catastrophic failures. I'm guessing. It's been a minute since I watched the little documentary Discovery Channel special on WD-40. So a couple scientists got together and like, what can we put on these rockets to help cut down on air friction, to help cut down on heat so that the rivets don't pop? And a scientist got together and he whipped up this concoction that is known today as WD-40. And because it was a private citizen, I think is what it's considered, or a individual, came up with it, and he never patented it. WD-40 till today, if I'm not mistaken, has never been patented. But it's also one of those chemicals, compounds, that you can't just go have it tested to figure out what it is because of the way it works. If I'm not mistaken. It's been a minute since I've seen this documentary about WD-40, so I don't remember everything. But at the point of when I was watching the documentary, it had never been patented, and it was patented so nobody could know the formula. And I'm guessing back in the day, they really weren't up on their chemical formula, like spectrometer stuff. Good Lord, these freaking electric control dudes. Like, I've just had like 4 trucks with the power company come flying by and just about take my front end off because they got in a hurry and wanted to stay in a pack. Like, come on, people. But back to the WD-40. So WD-40 was used as rocket lube to help prevent rivets from heating up and melting, and therefore resulting in the panels that line the rocket falling off and causing catastrophic failure. So there's your random useless knowledge that you all have of now, and the origin of WD-40. I'm trying to remember if there's any other little tidbits I remember from that documentary special. That's about all I remember, but yeah. So yeah, there you go.